mental health and hormones are completely tied. So if you want to optimize your hormones, you want to optimize your health, you have to do the basics first.
So first is the lifestyle. I feel better now
Sure.
that I'm 38 than when I was 22.
Your medicine should be as custom as that suit. Every single measurement, every single thing is done perfectly for you.
Before you could trust maybe your local doctor, now you really have to be an expert in all different fields.
The medical system is not here to make you well. It's here to make you a patient.
Welcome back to the Self-Made Show. Today, very special guest, Tomo Marjanovic. How are you, man?
I'm great, brother. Thank you for having me on.
I
It's a
can't
beautiful
believe
day.
you're here, man.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I was just here, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're back.
I did one here in the studio. I saw you. We started talking and we had to have another conversation.
Yeah, we have to do it. We have to do it. So this man right here is a legend. He owns multiple clinics. He specializes in longevity, rejuvenation. But today I want to talk about everything, like longevity treatments, nutrition, a bit of everything. But before we start, I want to hear your story, man, because I don't think you won the lottery, right? Or somebody gave you 3 clinics to manage. I don't think that happened, no?
No, so I mean, it depends how far back on the story you want to go, but I've had a couple careers.
Should you were a cop?
I was a police officer for 12 years.
Okay.
I was a police officer for 12 years. I did police work in the United States. So if anybody watching this knows United States policing, it's a little bit hectic.
Oh, man.
My gun
On
was...
the street, you were patrolling?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Oh, man.
Because I was a little bit of I was a hardhead, so I would fight all the time with my superiors. So I was never getting promoted, ever. Nobody was ever promoting me to sergeant, lieutenant, or
On the street
anything else.
forever.
But I was a very good street cop, and I also did some task force work, joint terrorism task force. So going after terrorists when I was up in Ohio, and I worked in Ohio, the state of Ohio, and then I worked in Florida, where I currently live, and I did 12 years in total in police work. So I got out of law enforcement in October of 2018.
And then you turned entrepreneur.
No, that's the funny story. I never wanted to be an entrepreneur. I call myself an accidental entrepreneur all the time. I was an accidental police officer as well. So, I was in police work at an early age, 21 years old. But before that, I was just personal training, and I was learning kinesiology. I did like 5 different majors in college. Couldn't pick what I wanted to do. So I had a couple of friends, and I was doing personal training, and I was doing some schooling, and I think sociology at the time or something like that. They're like, "What are you doing? You seem like you're spinning your wheels. You hate doing a personal training." By the way, I hate personal training.
Really?
I love training.
But you do, yeah.
I hate personal training. If you want to work out with me, if you don't listen to everything that I say, I want to throw you out of the gym. So I was a bad personal trainer. I have no people
You can't
skills.
have clients.
I have no people skills when it comes to personal training. So my 2 friends just graduated police academy. They lived across the street from me. And they're like, "Tomo, you're in great shape. Why don't you go into police academy and do?" I'm like, "I don't want to go to police academy." They're like, "That's going to be really cool. You'll be really good at it." 2 weeks later, I do the test, physical test, push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, run, all that stuff. Next thing I know, I'm in police academy.
Man.
It was just like, "Hey, why don't you try this?"
Take a gun, go.
And 12 years later, after police academy, 12 years later, I leave. And meanwhile, you have to realize that while I was in police academy, I was bodybuilding. So I was a competitive bodybuilder, competed in the NPC and IFBB. And I also was a fitness model, and I did some acting as well. So I've always been into,
busy, yeah.
I was always doing in fitness and wellness and stuff like that. It's actually how my social media first got built.
Oh, wow.
My first social media channel that got hacked later on was called Tomo Fit.
Oh, wow.
Because everybody back in the day had fit at their end.
Yeah.
It's kind of played out now. But in 2018, I leave law enforcement and I go and work for a medical clinic that does HRT, hormone replacement
How
therapy.
old were you?
I was 33,
Okay.
2018. I'm trying to think. 33, 34.
Mm-hmm.
So right in there. And I leave there to go do sales and marketing work for a clinic that does hormone therapy, medical weight loss. And they were doing very minimal peptides back then. Basically just, a hormone clinic, men's hormone clinic specifically. They were mostly dealing with men. I built that clinic from 700 patients to almost 4,000 in 9 months, just based off social media, Facebook groups, things like that. And
Did you have any experience on social media? Was just
my social media blew up because I was a police officer who, I'm 6'3". I was 240 pounds of muscle with a 6-pack and 22-inch arms. So you put that in a uniform, people
Looks
like
good.
it.
Looks
People
good.
like it. Yeah, we can pull up the pictures of this, and you'll kind of see. So when I'm in social media world and people are posting, and I had a couple people that were in the bodybuilding industry. One of them was called Louis Marco.
Louis Marco.
Louis Marco, hilarious. The guy was so funny. He was one of the first bodybuilding reporters on social media, and he posted a picture of me in uniform. Very big, muscular, arms popping out of the shirts, and then one of me basically in posing trunks in like Speedo.
Okay.
Well, I'm shredded, six pack. I look like a Greek statue. And it's like, and they were like, "Oh, this guy can do both." And this post got shared everywhere. That's how my social media blew up.
Oh, wow.
The first time, yeah.
Wow.
So my social media blew up, and I'm sure we can find the picture and we can post it back here. But
How many DMs of girls?
oh, back then it was a lot. Yeah,
It was a lot. Yeah.
yeah.
It
My
helped a lot.
my social following back then was almost 70% women.
Wow, man.
Yeah. Now it's about 60-40, men 60, women 40.
Okay.
Because of my social media now, I talk about everything.
Mm-mm.
Not just health, not just
Yeah, of
wellness,
course.
also lifestyle. I talk about relationships all the time.
Mm-mm.
And people are like, "Tomo, why would you, what gives you the right to talk about relationships? You're not a relationship coach." I said, "Well, I fucked up a lot of relationships. So I'm really good at knowing what not to do."
Yeah.
Good advice. You know what I mean? But when I left law enforcement and got into this clinic, built this clinic, I got an equity partnership in the clinic, got 20% ownership. And then I find out some very bad information that I had to leave that company. Basically, some illegal stuff was happening.
Okay.
And this illegal stuff was tipped off to me from law enforcement friends that I had my whole life, from my previous career. They're like, "Hey, buddy, you got to run."
They saved your ass.
Save my ass. Yeah, 100%. I had to go into DEA office after I left. Drug Enforcement Agency.
Wow.
You can imagine the kind of stuff that's going on there.
Yeah.
So illegal activity at a legal clinic. So I had to make a decision. And I had to make a decision whether to go back to police work or take everything that I saved, all my credit, and this is actually real. I stopped paying my bills for almost 7 months, stopped paying my car payment, stopped paying my mortgage, stopped paying all personal bills, couldn't afford groceries, and put every single penny into building what is now Aspire Rejuvenation Clinic.
Wow, that's an amazing story. So you opened the first one?
2000, late
where was it?
2019
Where?
in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, in Orlando was the
Mhm.
first one.
Yeah.
How did it go?
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
It's a multi-7-figure earning clinic. Each of my clinics are.
So you were pretty early actually on this trend because now it's trending now.
It's trending very highly now. It's funny. I was talking to a couple guys. I don't remember if it was my friend Scott Odie who owns Summit Rejuvenation. They technically would be a competitor, but I don't look at it that way. I look at a lot of these people that are in the industry as collaborators. So I look at the industry as it's such a small pool of people that are doing it well that I want to join forces with all these guys and I want them to do a good job
Of course.
because we want to level up the industry.
It's
So
massive. Now it's massive.
I think
it's massive.
it's still not massive.
No?
No way.
You know the
Not
show
even close.
Dubai Active they do here? It's a fitness show. They do
Yes.
it every year.
Mhm.
I've been there every year,
Mhm.
right? And I saw the change. 3 years ago, maybe one stand out of 50 were about longevity. Now it's 1 out of 3
Sure.
with oxygen chambers, ice bath, all this kind of
So
stuff.
longevity is kind of that's a big overstated word for things that encompass all kinds of different types of medicine and biohacking and anti-aging technology. What my clinic does is not biohacking, although if you really look at it from the biological perspective, it is. We are looking at the internals. So I'm getting
Tell me how you operate. I'm curious.
this is how we would operate. You come into the clinic, you're gonna, like any doctor's office, any clinic, anything like that, you're gonna fill out medical paperwork. We're gonna get medical history. After we get your medical history, we are going to get your blood work. We're going to get full comprehensive laboratory tests, see everything that's going on inside your body. We may also have you do gut health testing. We may also have you do genetic testing. We want to know the picture of you from a health perspective. That way, when you sit down with the practitioner, the doctor, the nurse practitioner, whatever whoever the practitioner is that you're talking to, this expert at my clinic is going to look at all of your data. And it's not just like a 15-minute appointment.
No.
Because a lot of doctors is like, you go in, 5, 10, 15 minutes, and they kick you out with a prescription. They just give you a,
That's classic
classic medicine.
Yeah.
Classic medicine. It's nonsense. They can't possibly know what's going on. So you're going to sit there for 45 to 60 minutes, and we're going to go line by line as a clinic, and we're going to go over every single thing while also asking you, hey, what are you feeling? What are your goals? How is your mental clarity? How are you sleeping? We want to know what we're dealing with. That way we can tailor make a program. You're wearing a bespoke suit, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah, that suit was custom made for your body.
Correct.
Your medicine should be the same way.
Yeah.
Your medicine should be as custom as that suit. Every single measurement, every single thing is done perfectly for you.
You need to consider also the lifestyle of that person,
Of
the
course.
job,
Which is what we talk about. Yeah. And you're looking at it from a perspective of, okay, what's happening internally? What age are they? Because if you're 22 years old, I'll tell you right now, if you're 22 years old and you came to my clinic and you come and get tested, everything, and you're just in the tank, your testosterone's low, growth hormone's low, everything.
Can it happen at
It
22?
all the time, all the time, because of lifestyle.
Mm.
But what I'm going to tell you and tell anybody watching, it's because of your lifestyle. You eat like shit. You don't exercise. You're sedentary. You don't sleep, or you're on a complete flip of your circadian rhythm. You're sleeping during the day and up at night. These are all detrimental to your hormones. So I'm going to politely, my staff, I'm not me. My staff is going to politely tell you, hey, we need you to fix your lifestyle first. We're going to be one of the only clinics that are going to tell people we don't want your money.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to put you on an HRT program if you really don't need it. Now, if you fix your lifestyle or if you're at a certain age group, then yeah, you probably do need HRT. This is normal. This is like, when you're at pretty much 30 plus, your hormones are cascading down. Some people cascade earlier. Some people cascade later. I got guys that are 50 plus that have testosterone levels that are like a 20-year-old. How is that happening? Genetics, great lifestyle. But eventually...
It will happen, you think, yeah?
No,
For
it has
everyone.
to. It's impossible. You know what female menopause is?
Yeah.
Female menopause, what happens at menopause for a woman? All your hormones go in a tank, your
Yeah.
fertility function stops.
Yeah.
The equivalent to that is andropause in men.
Okay.
Andropause is the declination of testosterone in a man. We're just very easy to fix because I can literally give you testosterone.
Yeah, there was another question I had for you.
Yeah.
Testosterone for everyone, yes or no?
For men,
Yeah.
yeah, if your testosterone's low, you're going to die early. Like that simple. If your testosterone is low, you will have disease, you will have dysfunction, you will die earlier from a myriad of diseases. It's the oil in your car. You're a Ferrari. You are a Ferrari. Run that Ferrari with 50% oil.
Yeah.
What's going to happen?
Actually, when I was younger, I was working in Ibiza, crazy island.
Mm.
Back then, I wasn't sleeping, partying all day, drinking alcohol. Man, I couldn't even have sex.
Mm-hmm.
I was that tired. Maybe it was my testosterone. I wasn't lifting, of course.
It's possible.
I feel better now,
Sure.
that I'm 38 than when I was 22.
I feel better at 40.
I think it was, yeah?
I'm 40.
You're 40 now. Yeah.
So I'm 40. I turned 40 this summer. I think that I feel better at 40 than I did at 30. 25, 25, I was in perfect shape. I was a police officer. I'm running and gunning. I had in my early 20s, I had a testosterone level of over 1,400 nanograms per deciliter.
Mhm.
That level, and for anybody that's international, that level is not going to make sense to you. But basically, the levels for U.S. standard market, they say normal is between 300 and 800. I'm at 1,400 plus.
But you were natural?
Natural.
Natural.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great lifestyle. I've been working out since I was 13 years old.
Mm.
I ate perfectly
Mm.
because I was bodybuilding.
Yeah.
So I'm sleeping well. That's what it takes. So if you want to optimize your hormones, you want to optimize your health, you have to do the basics first.
So first is the lifestyle.
It's basic.
Yeah.
It's like if I tell somebody, well, Tomo, how do I stay healthy? Eat well, exercise, sleep. Yeah, there's more stuff to it. Drink clean water, have sex, Yes, have sex, by the way. Yeah. You have to have sex to actually be healthy. That's men and women.
Mm.
I know that, we don't want to get into the topic of don't be having frivolous sex with multiple people all the time. But in a relationship, you need to be having sex. It actually raises
To
men's.
boost your hormones, yeah?
Well, actually, right after sex, men's hormones actually go
Yeah,
down, but
yeah.
eventually they go back up because you have to keep the thing running.
Yeah, of course.
We're a big motor.
Yeah.
We're a big motor. We like to be running. Women are the same way. Our body runs in cycles.
Yeah.
Male cycle, 24 hours.
Yeah.
Female cycle, we all know it, 28 days.
Yeah.
That's what
Let me
it
ask you
is.
a question. So for somebody like me, okay, I already optimized, I think, not to perfection, but almost.
Sure.
So my sleep is on point. Exercise is on point. Diet is on point. What's next?
At this,
I mean, when you already have a
do you have
clear-
diagnostics?
Yeah, I mean something. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
so-
I've never taken a full
So that's
checkup like the one you're talking about.
here's the question. You may, and this is something that I get a lot from people that are coming into the clinic. Well, I feel fine. What does that mean? You know what I mean? You feel fine for what?
Exactly. Maybe you don't have.
Well, maybe you just don't understand or know. Like
Yes.
you're 37,
38.
38. So you're 38 years old. If you told me, well, I feel fine for 38, the hell does that mean?
No, and of course.
Do you feel fine for 21?
Mm.
That's my question. Because between 18 and 25, you are at the most optimal hormone levels. And if you can recall, or anybody on here watching can recall, if you can remember how you felt at 18 to 25, you felt invincible. You could fall down the stairs, you wouldn't even get a bruise.
Mm.
And if you did, it would heal in 2 days. You could go skiing and fall down the whole mountain
Yeah.
and you're going to heal. You're not going to break anything.
Yeah.
We go skiing right now. We fall down the
Yeah,
whole.
of
It doesn't
course,
matter how
yeah.
often our hormones are. It's, we're not invincible.
I was spending the entire summer without sleeping, 2-3 hours a day.
That's,
It was possible.
yeah.
Now, if I don't sleep one day, I'm dead.
You're done.
Yeah,
You're done. So there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
So when I ask people like, well, how do I know what my optimal is? Well, unfortunately you don't, because nobody's running diagnostics, which is what I suggest now. I'm telling everybody. So if you have do you have a younger audience that watches this, or is your audience kind
I
of
think our
middle?
age, yeah.
Yeah, so our age. So anybody that is younger that gets to see this, the number one thing that I would say, if you're between 18 and 25, start getting lab work yearly.
Okay.
Full lab work. I'm talking comprehensive, every single
You can
hormone.
see the trends, right?
That way you can see the trend, and also you're going to be able to track it based on your lifestyle. So, oh, wait, I hit 25 and my hormones took a tank. Well, what else happened at 25? Well, I got married and I got really stressed. Well, cortisol and stress kills sex hormones, or I got a new job, or I switched to night shift. Now I work at night. That was my problem. My TRT journey, my hormone journey for testosterone therapy started early because I worked night shift for 10 years.
Oh my God. Yeah. That
So
kills
think
your
about that.
body. Yeah.
Kills my hormones. So I
It's
started.
like a jet lag, basically.
Yeah. So I'm sleeping during the day. I'm working at night. I'm working like a crazy person, and I have a very high stress job being a police officer. Of course, my hormones took a tank. But because I studied it for so long throughout my entire young life, when my hormones finally started to feel off, because what happened, I'm 30, 31, 32, something like that. My hormones started to dip. And the reason that I knew is because I knew I'm getting brain fog. I'm bodybuilding and exercising like a madman and eating perfect, but I'm gaining body fat. So,
Ooh.
right? So I'm getting brain fog. I'm getting body fat. My sex drive is down. I'm like, there's something off. I'm starting to get a little bit depressed. That's real too, by the way. Mental health and hormones are completely tied. All your hormones start up here, hypothalamus and pituitary gland, and it cascades down, but it also cascades back up. So a man with low testosterone will be depressed, anxious, even potentially suicidal. It's real. So when I start noticing these symptoms, I'm like, I know what this is. I go get checked. My testosterone level comes back at 640, I think, or something like that. It was under 700 nanograms per deciliter, which in the normal medical community, they say is normal.
Mm.
You're fine. You're normal. I'm like, well, doctor, I'm not fine. I'm not normal. Here's all my symptoms. And my natural normal level is this. And I showed him the data because I got labs done when I was 19 years old. I was one of the few. You're talking 2003, 2004. I'm getting lab work done. Nobody's doing that. Thanks to my coach. God rest his soul. So I had this diagnostic data, and he said, that's impossible. You couldn't be that level naturally. You had to be on steroids. I'm like, oh, okay. So completely dismissed me and wouldn't help me. That's how I found this clinic that I ended up working for, which is what got me in the industry. You know, I'm really big on understanding that you get put in positions and things happen in your life and it guides you down this right path. I never wanted to own a hormone clinic.
Wow.
I never wanted to be in the hormone industry. I never wanted to be an entrepreneur. I never even wanted to be a cop. I never wanted to do any of these things. So, like, I joke, I was an accidental cop. I'm an accidental entrepreneur. I'm an accidental wellness expert.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I guess you like those topics, yeah?
But I have a passion for it.
Yeah, you have a
but I had a
passion.
passion for it for myself.
Yes.
So I had this passion for myself and I wanted to build this knowledge base for myself because I was bodybuilding, I was a fitness model, all these things. But it ended up helping thousands and thousands of people. And we have 4 operating clinics in the US. We're opening 2 more in the US. And I'm
now
opening
Dubai, yeah?
and I'm opening my first one in Dubai. I'm running around.
Tell me more about that. Tell me more about Dubai. Why Dubai?
Why Dubai? I fell in love with Dubai in 2019, 20, right in there before COVID happened, because I came here for a conference. No money. I borrowed money from my mom.
Oh, wow.
I borrowed money from, I was so broke during the first era of this company for a Spire Rejuvenation Clinic. I was so poor that I had to watch how many taxi rides I took. Like, that's actually real. And I'm at this conference. It was an A4M, American Anti-Aging Association. I'm at a conference here. Dr. Terry Hertog was teaching, and he was teaching a hormone course basically for certification. I was the only non-doctor in the room.
Wow.
Even when they gave me a certification, they put doctor. And I'm like, no, I'm not a doctor. Like, why are you here? I told him I wanted to learn more. I wanted to see what, the industry was saying about all these things that I learned. You have to realize at this point, I've read almost every book, manuscript, and piece of document that had to do with hormones, anti-aging, the endocrine system. So I became almost a self-imposed expert over my law enforcement career. I was studying this
More than some doctors, trust me, because they just follow classic medicine, the protocol.
Correct.
Even the parameters, when you do the blood test,
Yeah.
they have those parameters, but they're made for sick people.
Mhm.
They're not made for optimizing healthy people.
The medical system is not here to make you well. It's here to make you a patient.
Yeah.
I
Keep
hate
you in the loop.
I
Right?
hate to say that.
I know.
There's a lot of doctors waking up. There's a lot of doctors waking up.
A lot.
And I'm happy about this. But the mainstream medical system
Yeah.
is built on a pill for every ill
So you get
scenario.
more pills. Yeah.
That's it. We were just talking about this downstairs with 2 of my friends. We were having a steak and he's like, hey, my cholesterol's a little high. Should I be having a steak too? I said, do you understand that in the last 40, 50 years, they have lowered the cholesterol levels on the blood tests to then have more people in the danger zone so they could sell more cholesterol medications.
I did not know that.
It's real.
Oh my
It's
God.
100% verified. They actually did this. And I just saw a study just recently. It just popped up on my social media. People with higher cholesterol levels are more prone to, or less prone to heart attacks and more prone to a longer life. Well, guess what runs on cholesterol? Your hormones and your brain.
God,
Your
that's
brain is all
sick.
cholesterol.
That's sick.
All cholesterol. So, I'm like,
And you know what I always say to my clients and to my subscribers also? Now you really have to be an expert in all different fields. Before you could trust maybe your local doctor, your family doctor, maybe 20, 30 years ago. But now you need to be an expert in all fields. Health, wealth, finances, taxes, everything. Otherwise
100%.
the systems scam you.
yeah.
They will
So
scam you.
you have to have a team of people and you have to have information out there. And it's funny that you say that from the wellness side. That's the reason why I talk so much about this on social media. It's the reason why I wrote this book, and
We're
this is
getting
coming
into the book now.
Yeah, and this is coming in. This is going to be coming in the spring, and there's not just a book for the U.S. and for the U.S. market. It is being translated into Arabic, and it's going to be here in Dubai as well.
Nice.
But the Dubai clinic,
Yeah,
why?
you say Dubai. Why? Yeah.
Why here? Because I see such a need, and it's not a money play. I don't need money. It's a cool thing to say. It's fun for me to say this. I don't need money. What I want is more impact. So I want to be the one to introduce this style of wellness and longevity into an area that I've fallen in love with because I've been greeted in this place in Dubai and in UAE with open arms. I have met so many people through multiple crazy levels of government. Everybody's welcoming me with open arms. I'm being invited to private farms where
Really?
from, people that I have to refer to as Your Excellency.
Oh,
You know what I
wow,
mean? So
wow, wow.
so when I have to refer to somebody as Your Excellency, pretty important, and I'm honored to be there. And I have a potential meeting with a sheikh from Abu Dhabi. Why are these things happening? And this is what I think all the time. It's an energy thing. It's a realness thing. Like, I don't come here to take from anybody. I want to give. And every time I give, I always get more.
Yeah.
That's how
Is it hard to open a clinic here?
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
guess
I've wanted to open this for well over 2 years. It's taken a while. There were some laws that were prohibiting me from doing certain things. Those have now been pushed to the wayside. They've been changed. And Dubai is really wanting to be the wellness capital of the world.
I think it will be. Yeah.
I think it will be too. It
Yeah.
used to be like California. That was
Yeah.
like the anti-aging wellness capital. Now Dubai is pivoting itself to be, this is going to be the health hub. This is going to be the wellness hub. This is going to be the longevity hub. And I want to be the person to bring in a new standard of excellence into this market.
Yeah. That's crazy. Tell me about your book.
Yeah. So Operation
When is
Optimal.
it? You can pre-order, right?
Yeah, you
Right?
can pre-order on my website. Yeah, it's just my name, tomomarjanovic.com. This book is basically a guideline. So it's a guideline on how to take control of your own health. It talks about everything from what labs you need to be getting. It talks about where you need to be looking at, kind of conspicuously at your doctor, what questions to ask. It also goes into lifestyle. So it's not just, it has nothing to do with my clinic
Can we
either.
say it prepares you to be your own doctor? Can we say that?
You're never going to be your own doctor, but
You can guide. Your
you
doctor.
should be able to take your health in your own hands, and you should be able to, and honestly, you need to at this point. And I think everybody agrees. Anybody watching this would agree. After the pandemic, I don't think anybody, I don't know if any of you, I know he and I probably don't. You cannot trust big pharma, big medicine, or what's going on with healthcare, because we saw how detrimental their policies were for people. People got truly sick and people died, not because of the virus, because of healthcare.
Yeah.
So, and what was the biggest? What group of people died the most? And it's a rhetorical question. I'll tell you, the group of people that died the most were the people with multiple comorbidities, which means they already had heart disease or diabetes, things like that. Who else? Very sick young children and very obese people. Obesity is the real pandemic. Obesity is the number one cause of death. Oh, but Tomo, I thought it was heart disease, or I thought it was cancer.
Yeah, but it's correlated to that.
It all leads back to
Yeah.
this. Your body is not supposed to carry this. This is going to sound bad. I'm going to try to say something nice.
Go ahead. Be brutal.
Bring back fat shaming.
I love it.
Bring back
I
fat.
love it. Do it.
Bring back fat. Like, if I'm fat, I want my friends
Yes,
to
I
be
always
like,
say that.
hey, Tomo, you're looking fat, you fat fuck. Like, I want to hear this, so I
the
feel
wife
bad.
has to tell you you are fucking fat.
Listen, your
when
wife.
when I was fat, my wife was telling me, "No, baby, you're beautiful."
No.
No.
Like, okay,
Of
but
course you love me, but tell me the truth.
gentlemen, be very weary with your wife. You have to gently deliver this one. Me and the guys were like if he was fat, I'd be like,
Bro,
bro, why you fucking fat?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's how I can talk to you, and
Yeah.
you're not gonna be offended.
no.
You can't say this to your wife.
No.
You have to be gentle. So deliver this gently, but it
No, I mean,
really
the wife to you should tell you, bro, you fucked.
100%.
Yeah.
But you also need to be able to tell your woman. If your woman's getting out of shape, you need to be able to have this conversation. This is a true honesty thing. This is an honesty in a relationship, and it's actually showing that you care. Because you're not telling them to, hey, you're gaining some weight because you want to look at them at a less body weight. No, like, you care because you want them to be alive and healthy. Books like this, and there's a lot of other books out there, but this book was written so you understand, here's how you stay healthy. Here's what you avoid. Here's what you can do to correct things. I talk about hormones, talk about peptides, I talk about anti-aging technology. I talk about exosomes and stem cells, where the future of medicine is really going. This is basically a guidebook. It's called Operation Optimal.
I like it. I like it. Can't wait to read it. Yeah.
I will make sure you get a copy. I will send you one. I think you're really going to like it.
I have a question for you. I've been following Brian Johnson for a while.
Yeah.
Do you think we can live forever?
No.
No?
I don't think
What's the limit?
I think that our limit is much higher than we realize, but I fully plan on living to 140, 150. Yeah.
Wow.
I do. That's what I plan on living. I think the technology is getting to the point where we are able to.
That's what I was thinking.
Lengthen.
I mean, if we survive for another 5 years, can you imagine just the technology in 5 years?
It's getting. Well, the technology is now.
Is
I
now?
did a speech at a Futurists event. The two guys that were up here with me,
Yeah.
they're part of that event. So they actually own the Futurists.
Oh, wow.
The Futurists X Summit is what it's called. So when I was giving that speech, I'm explaining to people, because a lot of the speakers there were, oh, well, in 10 years and 50 years and 100 years and 1,000 years, my speech was a little more practical. I'm like, right now, the future of medicine is right now. There are peptides out there. There are stem cell treatments. There are exosome treatments that are literally able to turn back the clock on your cells. If you guys have you ever heard of telomeres?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so epitalin. It's I think that's how you say it. That peptide will lengthen your telomeres. I do a run of about 20 to 30 days of epitalin peptide 4 times a year, once a quarter, and I'll do a run, and it's expensive.
Yeah, of course, you have to invest some money. Yeah.
Listen, your health is worth a lot of money. Okay, and you're either going to spend it staying healthy, staying optimal, being in a place where you stave off sickness and disease, or you're going to be in a place where you're fat and you're depressed and you're going to get heart disease and diabetes and all these other issues, and you're going to die early.
Yeah.
And I always try not to tie it back to hormones, because they're like, oh, well, Tomo, you just want people to go to your clinic. I don't care. Don't go to my clinic. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I don't need you to go. I'm telling you that everything operates off your hormones. And the only time when a lot of this disease and issues, do you see 25-year-old men with cholesterol problems, with blood pressure problems?
Not that I know, no.
It doesn't exist. You know, heart disease, like outside of like abnormalities.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the general population. 25-year-old men and women have no problems. Yet, when women go through menopause, they start to have tremendous problems. Well, when men go through andropause, their testosterone goes low. Same thing. You start to have tremendous problems. Like testosterone and growth hormone and all these things, your thyroid, you guys all know how a car works, okay? You have transmission fluid, you have oil. This is all the fluids in this motor, in this you're a Ferrari. At 25, you're a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, whichever one you like. I don't care. Pagani, Bugatti, depends who you are. You're one of these supercars. If you don't have the right fluids in there, or they're low, the motor will be destroyed. You're the motor. The body's the motor.
So it's all about hormones.
It's all about what your body functions off of. Every single body process works off of what you intake, right? So that's why I say start there. Intake good food. Intake good water. Intake clean air. Intake good exercise and movement. Yeah? Those things are going to keep you healthy. Now, when you hit a certain age bracket, you're going to have a hormone decline. It's going to happen.
So you need replacement.
Every single one of you will go through hormone decline, and you will need a clinic like mine.
Yeah.
It's inevitable.
Yeah.
If you want to stay healthy and optimal.
Yeah.
I'm going to live quite into an old age, and I'm still going to be having sex, and my body's going to feel great, and I'm still going to be running around, and I'm not going to be that frail old man.
It's not just about living a long life, but the quality of life.
Health span.
Health span.
Health span is such a new.
It's the new measure. Yeah.
I've been saying health span for 3 years. Nobody knew what the hell I was talking about,
Yeah.
and now it's a big craze because social media, which is great.
Yeah.
Health span. So it's the time you're alive and healthy. Because what's the point of being alive if you're going to be bedridden for 30 years? Yeah. And you can't walk and you can't, function. Well, that's what's going to happen to everybody if they don't optimize. And you wonder, well, where's the data for this? Look at Hollywood. Look at everybody in Hollywood.
I saw the post you made with the Tom Cruise.
Yeah, Tom Cruise.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He looks the same.
He looks the same. Tom Cruise has been on HRT.
How old is he now?
He's in his 60s.
60,
yeah.
yeah.
So it was Tom Cruise and his co-star from
Yes, from Mission Impossible.
Or Mission Impossible, yeah. So it showed them together, what, 30 years before?
Yeah. And
30
she was hot.
And she was hot.
Yeah.
And now she looks like shit.
Shit.
And everybody was like, that's sexist to a woman, this and that. She could have stopped it. And she can actually reverse it quite a bit. She can reverse it quite a bit just by optimizing hormones. That's the difference.
What happens if you wake up too late? Like you are in your 50s or 60s. Is it too late?
You can still fix it.
Yeah?
You can still reverse a lot.
Really?
There's going to be damage done, but you can reverse it. We have patients that start with us in their 60s and 70s.
Wow.
And, you know, like one of my favorite things, I had this old guy. This was a few years ago. I had this old guy. He was probably 74, 75 years old and very rich. Very, very rich. He drove to the clinic in like a $2 million Ferrari. I remember. I'm like, holy shit. Well, this is a big time patient. This is a good guy. This is my early days, first year or two of the clinic. I'm still not making any money. And he drives up and he's like kind of got a cane and he's hobbling. He's got some pain in his hips and his knees. And I remember him coming in and he's dressed like very loud, like had very like loud shirts and stuff like that. Had a super hot wife. She's probably no older than 40, but she was smoking hot. And I'm looking at this guy. I'm like, that guy's nice. Good job. Good job, sir, is what I'm looking at. You know what I mean? He came in maybe 2 months later, bragging about how many times he had sex with his wife.
Wow.
And guess what? He wasn't walking with a cane.
Nice.
His legs, because we put him on a bunch of healing peptides and he was on growth hormone because the guy's older. You know, so and obviously we're running diagnostics. You know, for anybody that just said, oh, growth hormone causes cancer. No, it doesn't. Cancer is cancer. If you have cancer, don't take growth hormone. If you don't have cancer, active cancer, like you're not a cancer patient, growth hormone's not going to give you cancer. You'd have to take so much of it, you can't even afford it. Trust me. This guy, his knees feel better. His hips feel better. He's walking, almost dancing, coming in. And he's coming in, he's almost dancing, coming into the clinic, bragging how he had sex with his wife like 9 times this week. And my front desk staff is like mortified. They're like,
nice.
That's nice, Mr. Johnson. You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck yeah.
And the wife's super happy.
Oh, the wife's happy too. Well, that happens all the time. I have one side of a relationship where it's the wife or the husband. They come into the clinic and it's like, let's say the wife comes in. Within a month, the husband's coming in. It's like, listen, whatever you did to my wife,
she's on fire.
I can't keep up. She's fucking exhausting me. Whatever you did to her, I need you to do to me. This is what they say. I swear to God. And then I optimize him. And then next thing you know, they're both chasing each other around the house. Like we save marriages like this. I swear to God, we save marriages.
That's the hidden reason that maybe people come. Yeah.
You ever hear of midlife crisis?
Yeah, of course.
Everybody's heard of midlife crisis.
Yeah,
the guy goes retarded.
Yeah.
And what happens? He buys a Corvette or a supercar.
Yeah.
You know, that's the American way is you buy a Corvette, you divorce your wife, you try to find somebody younger. You know what they're trying to fix?
Well, that's
testosterone decline. That midlife crisis is actually a testosterone decline. It's actually that andropause hitting a point where you think everything's wrong in your life.
But it's you. Yeah.
It's just a hormone decline.
God, man.
And if you fix that, you'll fix everything. Like I said, we save marriages. We save relationships. We get dads playing with their kids again where they couldn't go and run and play with their kids. They can play with their kids again. This is amazing science.
Oh, that's crazy. Before we dive into spirituality, question about food. How bad is the food we eat? Like processed food?
It's bad.
Bad, very bad, right?
It's really bad. Yeah. So one of the number one food I would tell everybody to avoid. I just did a post on this on social media. I did my top 10 things. Tomo's top
Olive
10.
oil? No? What is it? No.
Seed oils.
Seed oils. Okay.
Seed oils. So that would be vegetable oil of any kind, canola oil. By the way, canola oil is actually called rapeseed oil.
Okay.
It even sounds nasty like that. Rapeseed oil. Yeah. So
and the olive oil you buy, the cheap one, it's made with those oils, right?
Cheap olive oil. Most cheap olive oil is only 51% olive oil.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Because it only has to be 51%. You know what else is like that? Honey. They can call a jar of honey if it has 51% and the rest can be sugar or high fructose corn syrup. You have to make sure you're looking at what you're buying. So I was just at a restaurant this morning. I was having breakfast and I asked them, I said, what do you cook with? Well, we cook our eggs with oil. I said, what kind of oil? Well, it's just oil.
Yeah.
And
Enjoy.
I said, okay, you can't cook it with oil. And I started doing this because my friend actually told me this on a podcast I did with him. He's like, I just tell the restaurant that if I have any, that I'll fucking die. That I'm so allergic that I'll die in the restaurant.
Yeah.
Like, they 100% won't do it.
It's the only way.
So I asked for butter. Olive oil, although I would say, olive oil, animal fats, so like beef tallow or something like that, or butter.
Butter.
Those three things cook with. Any vegetable oils, any seed oils, anything like that. It's the most inflammatory thing that you can do.
Which is also the ones they use at fast foods for cook the fries.
Everywhere.
For frying.
Yep. And peanut oil, garbage. It's all garbage.
But I realize also everything you take from a shelf in the supermarket, it's always processed.
Here's my best piece of advice for food in general. Eat single ingredient foods.
Yeah.
So if you're, let me see, and I'm blaspheming against myself because I'm drinking something with more than one ingredient. It's my energy drink, so I know what's in it. But when I'm talking about food, I'm talking about like if you go to a store and you get a burger, and that burger, like a cheeseburger, whatever. What are the ingredients in it? Or bread? Oh, have you seen bread?
Now they make bread with 20 ingredients.
20 ingredients.
It's a new recipe.
It's insane.
Secret recipe.
So you're Italian, right?
Yeah.
How many ingredients are in bread?
3, 4.
3 to 4.
Yeah.
3 to 4. Flour.
If you add olive oil, it's the fourth.
Yeah. So usually it's water, flour, salt, yeast.
Yes, that's it.
That's it. You can add some olive oil in there. Great.
Yeah.
Don't add seed oils in there. But you look at where ingredient lists are. So what do I eat? I eat a lot of beef. So I eat a lot of steak. I eat lamb.
I want to debate you on that. You know, I'm vegan. I'm vegan, fully vegan.
Are you fully vegan?
I'm fully vegan.
And I respect it.
Yeah.
I think.
But listen to my objection.
Please.
Because I agree when people say eating a steak is much better than taking a protein shake.
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay, I agree. But now the way they make the steak.
Correct.
They are processed food. So
I'm 100%
processed food now.
I'm 100% with you, and that's where I'll guide people.
Tell me how you look at it.
Grass fed.
Yeah.
Grass finished.
Okay.
Grass fed, grass finished, regeneratively raised food.
Okay.
So my steaks and I eat bison.
You pay attention to the steak you eat, yeah?
I only buy it from one place.
You don't okay.
I buy it from one farm.
Okay.
I know the farm.
You don't eat any chicken.
I don't eat chicken.
The chicken is fucking bad.
It's bad. It's bad for you. Yeah. The only thing. So I'll give you my personal thing on veganism over vegetarianism. I think vegetarianism is a much better option only because I think in veganism you miss some essentials in the protein side.
I agree.
And some essential amino acids and things like that. With vegetarianism, you can eat eggs.
Yeah.
And some dairy products, I believe. Yeah.
I do eat eggs and dairy products when I know where they come from.
Got it. Perfect.
So when I'm in Italy and I know the farm, the local farm, I know how they treat the animals, I know everything, I take them.
Beautiful. So
this is what I do.
Then you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You're doing the right thing.
I think it's the right approach, but I wanted your opinion.
Yeah.
On that.
Yeah. So, I know that the cows that I'm eating or the bison, they're on pastures.
Yeah.
They're killed humanely. They're not being fed grain and bullshit. They're not injected with hormones.
Yeah.
It's more expensive. What
happens when you eat out?
I rarely do.
Oh, okay.
When I'm at home, so I live here in Dubai. I eat basically at Nira, which,
pretty good. Yeah.
They're good food. They have quality food. I know where their steaks are coming from because I asked where they were coming from. So the place across the street at Al Haptor Palace,
I know
the steakhouse.
Yeah,
what is it called? Prime something?
I don't know the name. Yeah, but I know.
So that steakhouse, they pride themselves on where that steak comes from. It's all grass fed, grass finished.
Yeah.
They do have a corn fed one, which I don't eat, but the grass fed, grass finished beef, you can't go wrong with it.
Yeah.
It's clean. And there is no such thing as a grass fed, grass finished cow that's living inside of a cage. Because you can't. You have to have the cow grazing,
Yeah.
So what I would say, go with single ingredient foods. If you're vegan or vegetarian, I personally think, and also I'm against carnivore.
Okay.
I'm against both extremes. Humans are built for a pretty moderately diverse diet.
Mm.
That's how we're built. We're omnivorous creatures. Our guts and our microbiome in our guts kind of prove it. So I think we should be eating a balanced diet regardless.
Yeah.
If you're only eating meat all the time, You're not a carnivore. I'm sorry. You're not built for that. If you're only eating plants all the time, well, you're not a cow. You don't have a 2 or 3 chamber stomach. It doesn't work. So there's some happy medium.
Yeah.
And I talk about this all the time. I talk about balance and I talk about homeostasis. Your body loves balance in everything.
That's a secret. Yeah.
That's the secret. So, if you're balanced in your diet approach, I don't care if you are mostly vegetarian or vegan or you're mostly carnivore, just have balance somewhere, and some people work better on diets.
Yeah.
I went vegan for 5 weeks to try it.
Oh, you tried. Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you feel?
I felt very sick and I got very sick.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So it didn't work.
Did you do it properly?
Yeah. Yeah. I had a guy coaching me.
Mm.
So I got very sick and I felt very sick, but it was not a good diet for me. I also did carnivore. I felt like shit too. I've done modified carnivore where I added fruits, still didn't feel right. There's a happy medium in there, I think, for most people. And I think these are very good corrective diets for a lot of people. So I've had friends that were vegan for a couple of years, lost a bunch of weight.
Yeah.
They rebalanced their hormones a little bit. And then they started reintroducing some food and now they're eating a more balanced diet.
Yeah.
I know
I
there's
think
other
the
reasons.
secret again is to avoid processed food. That's the main thing.
100%.
That's the secret.
If you can avoid these majorly processed foods and these ingredients, these preservatives, these seed oils, these artificial colors, artificial sweeteners are
The worst. I know.
Huge problem. Huge problem. This is the only energy drink I drink. I loved it so much that I invested in the company.
You like coffee?
I love coffee.
Coffee's okay?
Let me give you the bad part about coffee. Most coffee has a very high mold content. That's the problem with coffee. Most coffee is so high in mold that it'll actually mess with your stomach a little bit. There are mold-free coffees. They kind of taste weird because they're having to do something to it. I think to treat them with mold. It's not enough to hurt you. And caffeine is not bad for you, by the way. So I'm not. Oh, I can only drink a cup or two of coffee. The doctor says I can only have this much Get a new doctor.
Yeah.
You can have like 600 to 1,000 milligrams of caffeine a day. As long as you're not like your heart's beating out of your chest, guess what? When you're doing this, you're drinking energy drinks with a bunch of shit in them.
Yeah.
You can give me 10 shots of espresso and I'm fine throughout a day. 10. I'm not joking. 10.
I had 10 in one day.
Did you feel?
No, I actually visited this coffee place and this guy was explaining the same thing you're talking about.
Yeah.
He said, you can have 10 coffees and you're not shaking. And he said, I want to try. He made me 10 coffees. It's true. And also I think your body, you get to a point that your body gets rid of it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, your body excretes everything.
Yeah.
Now obviously you don't want to do things to a
No.
extreme, but back to the point of the food and what you intake, everything you intake affects your body. Let me go a step further outside of food and water and air. Everything you intake affects your mind and body. So, what you intake constantly scrolling social media, what you intake on watching some of the things you guys watch affects your brain, which affects your hormones, which affects your body. Think about it. What you intake comes out. You just don't know how it's coming out.
No, that's sick. Everything you watch. Towards the end of the show, we dive deep into spirituality. I know you're a very spiritual guy.
I am.
And I realized, as I was telling you before the show, all people I have here at the show, massively successful, massively.
Mm-hmm.
All of them believe in God. If it's not God, somehow they believe we are all connected.
Sure.
And they're always very grateful for the life they built. And they were grateful even when they were broke. So this is what I realized. They had faith even when they were broke. Tell me where you're at and what's your relationship with God, or if you are religious or not. Tell me about how you live your spirituality.
So religious, I don't think I can say I'm religious because I don't
practice
regularly go to church or go to mosque or anything, but I have prayed in all of them. I've prayed in Catholic church. I prayed in Orthodox church. I prayed in mosque. I prayed in a Buddhist temple once. I pray to God. I think that people all interpret God in the way they want to interpret. I've read the Bible. I've read the Quran. I've read several books on from monks, Buddhist monks, and then also, what was it? There was an old religion, Zoroastrianism.
I don't know about this one.
Predates everything.
Okay.
Predates everything. And it's funny because you see kind of like some,
It's the same pattern, right?
it's very, they're so similar. And, you know, I don't discount any religion. And I respect everybody that believes in everything. I believe in God. I believe in what would be the Abrahamic religion of God, which is like Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. I believe all are worshiping the same God. They kind of build on each other. Now, there's some philosophical differences. That's fine. But that's the God that I grew up with. I grew up Roman Catholic, just like you. Italian and Croatian. We're neighbors. So we grew up Roman Catholic. As terms of spirituality, God and I have a very good relationship.
Tell me more.
We,
You pray?
I do
You
all the time.
meditate? Okay.
I pray a lot, but I don't ask. I consider gratitude a prayer. I never ask for anything. And I'll explain why. I don't think, you know what? I'll read it for you. I wrote something. And I got something from one video a long time ago. Here it is. I asked for strength, and God gave me difficulties to make me strong. I asked for wisdom, and God gave me problems to solve. I asked for courage, and God gave me dangers to overcome. I asked for love, and God gave me troubled people to help. My prayers were answered.
Wow.
Think about what that means. So, oh God, I want to be successful so bad. Well, God's not going to drop a brick of money on your lap. He's going to give you opportunities, and there's going to be challenges, and you have to go towards those challenges. There's always a door to kick in. Nice police metaphor. I kicked in a lot of doors in my police work. There's always a door to kick in. There's always a door to at least open. Most people don't even open it. You know, so when I pray, I do a gratitude jar every morning. You know, people do like gratitude lists.
Yes.
Okay, so I do something a little bit different, and I do a gratitude jar.
What is it?
So I have like a vase that you'd like put flowers in or something. So this vase, I will, every morning when I wake up, first thing I do, don't touch my phone. I maybe go to the bathroom, whatever. I go down into my living room area, and I write on 3 slips of paper 3 things that I'm grateful for that morning. It's not always easy, by the way, because some days you wake up in a great mood. I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that, and you have easy things right. Some days I wake up and maybe I had a hard night or a hard day or I slept bad or what, whatever, it doesn't matter. Maybe I'm just in a bad mood. And some days it's like, I don't know what to write. You ever have those times where you don't know how to be grateful, right? So but I force myself every day. So every day I put 3 slips of paper in that I'm grateful for, okay? Every day. Some days it's like, I'm grateful I woke up. I'm grateful I can walk. I'm grateful that my family's still alive.
Yeah.
Just like, it's shit that like, wow, that's all you're grateful for? Doesn't matter. Just 3 things. I do that every day except for Sunday. I'll explain why. On Sunday morning, I will take that jar, and instead of writing out 3 things I'm grateful for, I will dump the whole jar out, and I will read every single item
I like it.
that I put on there,
Beautiful.
right? So I read every single one of those, and then on that Sunday, I don't like throwing them out for whatever reason. I have no idea why. It bothers me to throw them out, so I burn them.
Okay.
Kind of like ashes to ashes.
Okay. I like.
You know what I mean? Where it's like you were grateful for those things, and they repeat. You're going to repeat grateful things all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're repeating the same things over and over again that you're grateful for. The key is that you understand how actually anybody watching this podcast, you're watching on a smartphone or probably a big TV. You know, if you're into entrepreneurship and you have no idea how ahead you are.
Yeah.
You're so ahead. People out there on food. People out there don't have roofs over their head. There's people out there that couldn't imagine having $1,000 phone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like you tell me, oh, I don't have anything to be grateful for. You're an idiot. You're an idiot.
Let me tell you something. I stopped complaining this year. For real. Like for real. I was waiting for my new home to be built and delivered, actually, hand over. And they delayed. And they delayed a week before I was moving in. A week before. So imagine like they called me actually say, oh, your house is not ready. It's going to take another month or 2 months. And then
you're ready to move.
I was ready to move. And then because I had all my stuff in storage. So I had to renew the storage. I had to renew my rent in downtown. crazy rent because now I'm in Airbnb because
Yeah,
I was
month-
waiting. Yeah,
month
so
to
it's
month,
super
yeah, of
expensive.
course.
Okay, right? So I had to renew for another month, paying daily like an Airbnb. I was like crying with my wife in the bedroom,
Sure.
and I opened my phone and I see a video of 200,000 Palestinians that were bombarded, and that night they were sleeping on the street,
Yeah.
bro. When I saw that video, I look at my wife, I say, I can't complain. Shit, I'm looking at the Burj Khalifa from my apartment.
Yeah,
Okay, it's cost a lot of money, but I have the money. What the fuck am I complaining about? I stopped. No, listen, because now that's the fun part.
It's amazing.
I stopped complaining the week after they called me the house was ready. Isn't it magic?
Do you know? So I believe in timing. Do you believe? Because I know this for a fact, because I believe in God and I believe that God works in very funny ways, and He's the best of planners. Yeah, all my Muslim friends, Allah is the best of
Yeah,
planners. Allah is the best of planners. God is the best of planners. That to me says that God saw that you had the capacity and capability to be ungrateful and maybe complain too much, and He had to put you in that situation, had to delay it slightly, had to put you in that financial strife, and then had to show you what real poverty and suffering looks like. He's like, did you learn your lesson? But a lot of people don't learn their lesson.
Yeah.
That's why people like, oh, I'm so unlucky. Yeah, you are unlucky because God keeps trying to teach you a lesson, and you refuse to learn it.
Yeah.
It's not hard. Life is hard. Life is not complicated. It's fucking easy.
When you understand the system, it's pretty easy.
Life is easy. Business is easy. It's easy, right? Or I'm sorry, it's simple. I'm mixing those words up. Life is simple. Business is simple. Relationships are simple. But it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's hard. Guess why it's hard? Because it's fucking supposed to be. It's supposed to be hard. That's what makes it worth it.
Yeah. But now even with clients, with my business partner Fabio, we see a client, we look at them, we talk, and then we already know if we can take them to have success or not. Just by the way they talk, the way they speak, we already know.
Yeah.
So it's easy for me to do business now because I know the laws. When I see a business owner who's super sure about its product, they're on a mission like yourself.
Mm-hmm.
They're on a mission. You feel it. It's so easy to do marketing for them.
Of
Then
course.
it's not simple. Of course, you have to push, you have to work and everything, but the result is guaranteed. Result is guaranteed.
I always find it hilarious when people think there's not going to be work.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, what's the phrase? The harder I work, the luckier I get. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. The harder you work every single day, the luckier you're going to feel and get, because God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, rewards people who put it all out there.
Yeah.
You work your ass off, you're going to be successful. It's not going to happen right away. You're not going to be an overnight success all the time. Some people will. But a lot of
But
times
they have a lesson to learn still. They still have
you
a
have
lesson to learn.
plenty.
Yeah.
Someone asked me one time what I would do if I lost it all, went broke. And he looked at me like a psychopath when I answered him. He looked at me, he's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? My answer was, I hope that happens. I was like, everybody's fucked. I was like, if you think that I've done something now, if God decides to bless me with the challenge of taking everything away, to give me that fire
Yeah.
to build it back, everybody is screwed because I'm taking it all.
Yeah.
But I still have that hunger now. But I'll tell you what, am I as hungry right now as I was in 2018, 19? No, I'm more comfortable. My pillow's a little softer. Sometimes you got to harden that pillow again, which is why I always do hard things, which is why I'm trying to build
Yeah.
an international company.
I
why
got
why
too
am I in
comfortable
Dubai?
as well. I got too
Yeah.
comfortable, and I was missing that fire that I had. I was missing it.
How good does it feel though?
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, when I had it, was amazing. But then you know what happened to me? Like we built our company in marketing. We changed a lot of lives in Italy,
Yeah, of
in the
course.
Italian market.
Yeah.
But after that, I look at myself. I'm like, I've been here 7 years in Dubai. All my content is in Italian. All my followers are in Italy. And I said, stop. all of a sudden one day I just decided, I made a video, said, guys, now from now on, I know you like Italian, you like my Italian accent. Now I'm gonna just start speaking English because I want to go to a global audience now.
I love that.
And I said, fuck, we were making 4 million a year in Italy, so it's not bad, you know?
Yeah, it's great.
And I say, you know what? Just all in. Because I was missing something.
Well, you had a bigger purpose and a bigger vision. And to fulfill a bigger vision, you have to understand there is risk. And if it's good calculated risk, but like that risk could fail.
Yeah.
People,
yeah, of course.
like you are, and you're going to fail.
Yeah.
I've lost tons of money. I've lost fortunes of money.
Yeah.
And every single one of them, I'm so happy for. Why? Because education costs money. Guess what I learned through all these things that I've done? Oh, Tomo, you invest in this business and it's screwed. You're done. You lost 200K. I'm like, looking at accountants. I'm like, are we okay? With to fire anybody? No. Anybody going hungry? No. I'm like, anybody like everybody's got their houses and like, yeah, everybody's fine. I said, isn't that fucking cool? We can lose 200K and like everybody's fine. I'm like, we just burned $200,000 and everybody's fucking great. I'm like, that's the coolest thing. They're looking at me like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
But that's how I think.
Like the first time I had a fight with my business partner, it was over 10,000 euros. And it was a few years ago. It was, I don't know if he owes me 10,000 euros or I owe him 10,000. It was,
You can't even remember because it's so
I
dumb.
can't even remember. But then I look at him and I say, do you remember when we were fucking broke and we didn't have 10 euros in our pocket? Now we're fighting over 10,000 and we don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it was amazing. Then I don't know how it ended, but
I probably ended great.
yeah, great.
Nobody
yeah.
cared. But that's how you have to be.
Yeah.
You have to be able to let that stuff just roll off you.
Yeah.
You know, but be in the position of power. You're in the position of power because you already have a measure of success
Yeah.
and you already know how to do something, right?
Yeah.
You're now taking a risk to get bigger.
Yeah.
Well, Tomo, how do I take a risk if, I'm paycheck to paycheck and, I have all these bills? Well, you need to be a little careful. But here's what I'll tell everybody. And this is most people. I think you'll agree. Most people that are unsuccessful or not getting what they want and complain about it. Oh, I wish I could. Oh, these guys got lucky. Oh, this. Most of those people work 40 hours a week. 40 hours. Most of them. I've had somebody,
40 hours is a part-time, bro. 40 hours is a part-time.
I worked 40 hours. I got here 2 days ago. I worked 40 hours.
I
I worked 40 hours in the last 2 days since I got here. I'm joking. Probably did do 30 though.
40 hours is a part-time.
100%.
Yeah.
But this guy messaged me and he asked for help on like how to get more money. How do I make more money? I'm like, well, how much are you working? Well, I work 40 hours a week. I said, why don't you get a second job or second career or side hustle? Well, I have kids and a wife. I said, fuck, so does everybody else.
Yeah.
What? I don't understand. Well, I'm just not going to see my kids. Look, and I say this with the most respect I can. If you aren't trying to make more money, get more success, build more for your life and your family, do you even fucking care for your family?
Yeah.
Or do you even actually care for your kids if you're not putting it all out there? You're working 40 hours a week. I guarantee you're wasting 20 hours a week on bullshit, watching sports, drinking with your buddies, playing on Instagram, scrolling TikTok. You don't give me that bullshit.
Yeah.
I guarantee you have another 20 hours you can dig up. The kids' excuse drives me insane. Everybody has kids.
Yeah.
Everybody's got them. If you're over the age of 30, you should have kids. If you don't, make some kids.
Make some kids.
Make some kids. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Make some babies. The excuse of, I don't have time is bullshit.
Bullshit, yeah.
In making money and in health, by the way. In
bullshit.
health, this is the main thing.
Yeah.
You tell me I don't have time to go to the gym, you are a liar. You
You don't even have to go to the gym.
You don't have to go to the gym. Do push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, run.
You're good.
You do that.
Yeah.
They do it in prisons all the time. These guys come out jacked.
Yeah. They're huge.
Jacked. These guys come out.
Sometimes, you know what I'm thinking? I would like to go to prison, bro. It's a training camp.
You just said this.
I would love to go to prison.
So I was going to go for my 40th birthday to Russia. And I was going to go to St. Petersburg or Moscow. And my visa got denied. and I'm gonna petition so I can go because I'm not a fucking spy. I just happen to work in I just happen to work in some law enforcement communities that, you know, it triggered them.
Yeah, of course.
You know, so, and somebody's like, oh man, thank God they denied your visa. What if you would have went there and they would have put you in jail for your 40th birthday? I was like, that would have been the fucking coolest 40th birthday story ever. I was like, that would have been awesome. I'm going to Russian jail because I think I'm a spy for my birthday. How fucking cool.
Worst case scenario, you get jacked.
I mean, yeah. Worst case scenario, I'm going to do 1,000 push-ups a day.
Because you have nothing to do?
Yeah, I
And
might.
I heard they feed you well. They still feed you well.
I don't know. I've never been to
Maybe it's
Russian.
not the meat you like.
Yeah. I've never been to Russian prison. I assume there's some badasses in there. I'd have to fight again.
The problem would be the people.
I'd have to fight again, which might be fun. I'm undefeated in fighting.
Really?
Well, I was a cop. I say this all the time, bro.
On street fighting.
I'm undefeated. You guys think you're badasses? I'm undefeated in
fights.
because if I lost, I died. So right now you're looking at me 40 years old, 12 years of fighting on the street. And I guarantee you I fought at least once, twice, 3 times every year. Like actual fights. Like I'm talking full fist fights, full breakout fights. I'm undefeated. Give me the title belt.
Thank you, Tomo. Time to wrap it up. Final message for the audience.
Health is wealth, guys. Health is wealth. That's real. We were talking off camera before we even started recording about how he's going through his own health journey and how he started to do all this optimization protocols and how he's doing this biohacking. You will be monumentally more wealthy if you are healthy. And if you're wealthy right now and you're not healthy and you're fat and you're out of shape, you're not exercising, you're going to end up in a position where you're going to try to spend all that money just to get healthy again.
Yeah.
There's no excuse. You have the time. You have the information. It's all right in front of you, and it's simple. You understand what's good for you to eat and what's bad. Yeah, there's some little tricks that companies are doing, but for the most part, you understand.
Yeah.
If you're eating, potato chips and eating McDonald's burgers all day,
You know it.
and drinking alcohol all the time, like you guys know what you're doing, and you're not exercising. This is fucking easy.
Yeah.
If people did what they had to do, nobody would really, we would not have a health problem. We would not have a health pandemic. We have an obesity pandemic. So health is wealth. Just take control of your health. That's what I want you to do. If I can help you, I'll help you. If my book can help you, it'll help you. If my clinics can help you, it'll help you. You don't need any of them. Really, if you're young enough and you can do research enough, I promise you, just doing the basics, exercising, sleeping, eating healthy, it's going to do wonders.
Yeah.
And if you guys need help, you guys need some tips and tricks, my book is going to be here in the spring, and I'd be more than happy for you to buy it. It makes me just grateful that I can even do something like this. So something like this, it makes me grateful that I can put this information out, and I have the capability to do it.
Amazing. Well, thank you, Tomo.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for having me on.
Much. Let me know if you want Tomo back in the show. I think it was a great one. Eh?
Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.